give us the green light. Yeah. I appreciate everybody coming on now, to check out what we got going on here. This is Behind the Light, Under Light, however you want to put it. We'll be diving into the minds of the people that you need to know. Today I got with us Mr. Tayon Fleet Davis. Mr. Tayon, man, hey, tell us a little bit about yourself. You have any siblings? What high school you attended? Let's start off there.
Well, like you said, Tayon Fleet Davis, local guy, grew up in the Oxon Hill area around Maryland. Right there around the Top Golf, MGM Casino, local guy. Been here for a while. Growing up, it was a little bit rough. Like my mother, even though I lived in Maryland, my mother wanted me to get good education. So I was going to school out of Virginia, catching the train as a youngin'. Going all the way to the Yellow Line out of Virginia, going to school and coming all the way back home. So, after a while, I told my mother, Mom, you didn't let me stay in high school out in Maryland. All my friends out here, I ain't got time to keep catching the train, doing that. So, that's why I ended up going to Potomac. My brother, I got an older brother, we 5 years apart. He didn't really care for sports or, what school he went to, so he ended up going out with Virginia still. But I told my mother, like, I'm out here with the guys, like, I was outside a lot, me and my brother, we were different, but we were the same in such ways. But he would stay in the house a lot, I'd be outside, and I fell in love with the people I was hanging around and the things we were doing as far as like going outside every day, playing football, just being active, manhunt, anything, tag, anything besides staying in the house, so. I fell in love with the community I was around. I told my mother that I wanted to go to school with these guys, and that's how I ended up going to Potomac. But that was early life for me.
So you say you went to Potomac High School, right? So at Potomac, did you play any other sports?
Yeah, I played. I only played football. They didn't let me play basketball. The coaches, they were always joking like, "Yeah, we'll let you on the court," but they knew that if they let me on the court and I get hurt, that was a big concern about them.
It's like a safety issue.
Yeah, so they didn't want to live with that on their back. So no, I didn't get a chance to play basketball or anything like that. I did when I was younger, like Little League. I played for Silver Hill, Boys and Girls Club, basketball. Pop Warner, I played football with Metro Bengals growing up. But no, not in high school. I didn't play another sport. I mean, they made me run track, but slim. Track different. That's all I'm gonna say. Track is different. So that didn't really last too long. I ran for a little bit. But I didn't really like it. It wasn't football.
Oh, I got you. So I was about to say, if we was not even to really compare the sports, do you think track prepared you in any way to play football, or prepped your mind to?
Yeah, I would say that if you practice track, while doing football, before doing football, it'll get you prepared mentally. Like I ran a 4x1. That's just one lap around the whole track. My first time doing it, I attacked it like with the great mindset. Just because I didn't know what it was, I didn't know anything about track. Man, I ran that race, and that's probably the worst thing I ever did. But it got me prepared, for a lot of things that I was prepared to face that season. I think that was my freshman season. So I was new to a lot of things. So track definitely got me prepared.
So I hear you saying prepared. So you said so is football your pride and joy? Is that your baby?
Yeah, definitely my baby.
So we was just talking about preparing. So before a game or before you about to lock in and do what you need to do, how do you prepare yourself mentally?
And I ain't gonna lie, I look at a couple highlights, look at guys doing the things that I want to do on the field, get an idea about what I'm about to go do, put on my headphones, play my music, I get in my jam, man,
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been meaning to really tap in with the people we had, we interviewed with, like what type of music you listen to?
I listen to a lot of music, man. I go Detroit swag, I listen to guys out of Philly, I'm all over, man.
You a T Grizzly fan?
Yeah, I'm a T Grizzly fan. Yeah, that's crazy. I do, man. I'm a music fan. Good music is good music,
Fact.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up, because I'm big on music as well. So I definitely feel you on that. Even, hey, I ain't playing no sport, but when I'm going to work, I'm definitely putting on either a big 30 or you know some of that nature just to hype me up.
Keep you going, man. Keep you going, man.
Hey, that's alright. So let's get a little deeper. So as far as motivation, we talking about preparation. Let's talk about motivation. Do you look up to any players that are currently playing the sport, or even retired, or do you look up to a coach? Like, what pushes you to be as great as you are? Let's say we all can get better, but what pushes you to be better than you were yesterday?
Just knowing I got the ability to be different. You know, I'm a bigger running back compared to guys that, you know, are in today's draft or even in the league now, you know. But not only am I a big guy, but I can move like these little guys, you know, as far as running routes, running out the backfield, catching the ball, you know, putting a move on somebody, and even speed. So it's like, I feel like, why not pick a guy, you know, who's bigger and could do the same thing as a smaller guy, you know, and, you know, so I just feel like when it comes to things like that, I'm very different. And also with the mentality, you know, I'm a dog, and I know I'm a dog, and so like, I'm coming different.
You gotta come different, man. You gotta show the people something, you know, something they never seen before, so they can be glued. You know what I'm saying? So just to almost revert back to that question, like, do you look up to any players?
Yeah, I look up to guys like Le'Veon Bell, Alvin Kamara, and Joe Mixon. You know, just dudes who came in the game very versatile. You know, I remember when Le'Veon came in, he changed the game, kind of like how Steph changed the game with threes. He came in with his own patience, like tiptoeing, like taking his time. Also lining up at the slot, running routes against linebackers one-on-one, you know, being a matchup problem. So, you know, those are all things that I see myself bringing to the game and, you know, changing the game like that.
That's all right. I respect that. I really do. Let's keep it rolling. What strengths do you believe you have that make you a great athlete? Like, what can you pull from yourself or seeing or watching yourself that, you know, that most would consider you to be great?
I would just say, I just go back to that mentality, that dog mentality I said I have. Also, the work ethic, you know, just putting in the work and falling in love with the process and the grind, you know, especially during this process right now, getting ready for the draft and pro day. Just falling in love with this grind again and you know, just putting in all this work, it just make me miss, like, dang, like, this what I've been missing, you know, so like, just being yourself motivated, like, being your own motivated, that's the best motivation you can have.
Nah, I got you on that. So you, like we say, tapping back into that thing about you know, football being your baby. So why are you so passionate about playing? Is it like
it was just a love at first sight thing, you know. Growing up, you always find something to do. If you don't, then most of the time you get in trouble, you know. And we all went through trouble. So growing up, it was football, basketball, and I just so happened to fall in love with football. I remember I was young, coming across the Woodrow Wilson Bridge home from school. Coming from Virginia, and I just tell my mom, like, Mom, I think I'm the best football player ever, you know. And I told her that because I was playing throwback tackle with kids at my school, but I was just so good, better than them, that I just feel like, oh, like, Mom, I'm different, you know. And I told her that, and, you know, I still remember that to this day. Like, it just never look back, you know. Like I said, just love at first sight.
You remember how old you was when you had a conversation with her?
No, I don't, man. I don't know. I just know I was telling her I was the best, and I was always talk about a lime green Lamborghini I was going to get. Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a long time. That's something, you know, those two things I'll never forget. You know, it just keep me going.
Yeah. So with that, you said, you know, you told your mom this, and I know she believed you because, you know, moms don't play about them boys. They don't play about them boys. So on or off the field, do you consider yourself a leader or a soldier?
I say I'm definitely a leader. Always been a leader, you know, like whether it was leading in the wrong thing sometimes growing up, but it was always me being a leader. You know, I never was a follower. And after a while, I learned how to, you know, transform my leadership into being a good role model and being a good guy, you know, after all, I became a better person, you know, so definitely a leader, you know, easy.
So, yeah, we just talking about being, so I just wanted to reiterate or really explain the soldier thing, the soldier aspect of that question. Because, you know, being a teammate, you know, in the sport or anything we do in life is very important as well. So even when you're not on the field, do you still find yourself trying to motivate or try to push, you know, the guys around you, or you solely focus on you? Like, are you always?
No, I definitely try to get everybody around me better, you know, because it's no fun. To me personally, if I'm the only good one in the room, or I'm the only straight one in the room, you know, that's not fair to the guys around me or to myself to know that, okay, I'm cool, I'm straight, but everybody around me taking it down or not straight. So that don't sit right with me as a man or as a person I am. So, you know, I want to do better for others.
Nah, I got you. Sound like you're a real team player for sure. I got another question for you. How do you think your teammates or your coach would describe your play style? If they was to compare, not even, I want to say, you know, because I'm not into comparing.
Yeah.
So, how would they describe your play style?
I say, they say I'm relentless, you know, a workhorse, you know, like, just like a pit bull, you know, fighting or something. Like, we just gonna fight to the death. Like,
yeah, we gotta fight to the end.
You know, like, they know I'm a rock with them. Like, if my coach want me to run through a ball, I'm not gonna ask him no questions, no nothing. Like, it is what it is. That's what he said. So, you know, my coach, he called me an army switch knife. You know, Mr. Do It All. You know, anything he asked. But you know, I'm for the guys, man. I'm for my brothers, my teammates. You know, the guys I take the field with every day. You know, and even when I meet my new team in the future, you know, even before I even shake all their hands, I'm rocking with them. You know, no matter what. Just that's the type of guy I am.
Yeah, they gonna feel you for sure. They gonna have to respect it. I got a few more questions for you. Let's see what we got right here. I want to ask you a question about TTM. What made you, you know, what made you choose TTM as an agency to work with?
Well, Lowe's hit me up, and we had a great conversation. And after that, everything just took off. You know, I felt the vibes. It was a good family vibe, you know, right here in my backyard, you know. I did have other Asian companies, you know, like middle class, and I had some big Asian companies hit me up, but the vibe wasn't the same, you know. And just like the recruiting process, like when I came to Maryland, I wanted to feel like I was at home, and I wanted to, you know, feel comfortable with the decision I made. I wanted to know that they support me in anything that I do, and also if they don't support it, they'll let me know and tell me when I'm wrong or something, you know. So I just needed that family background and that comfortability, you know, to feel secure, and that's how they made me feel.
That's all right, man, because family is everything, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely I'm big on family. I want to jump back real quick, and then we'll get into something more personal. It's a football question. Do you have a favorite play to run? Or you don't want?
I wouldn't say a favorite play to run. I just love playing football. You know, I love scoring touchdowns. You know, I would say I love being one-on-one with a linebacker or anybody, you know, out in the open field. You know, I got so much in my bag that I can bring out. So it's just every time I'm one-on-one in the open field, you know, I just have fun. You know, just see what I can do new, see what I can do to them. You know, so that's a fun moment for me. Probably my favorite play in college was scoring my first touchdown versus Texas in the Redskins Stadium, sophomore year. That was my first touchdown, so I'll never forget that. That was my favorite play.
Oh, that's crazy. Even to think about, I ain't really into that. I mean, not into that. I'm a fan of sports, but I can only imagine how that felt.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
Let's get a little deeper into more personal talk. So, just as being a man, you said you have any kids?
No,
You don't have any kids. What's the toughest part of your day? Just being a man, just day-to-day basis. What's the toughest part of your day?
I would just say waking up early, you know, getting the day started, you know, because I believe for somebody who wakes up after 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you missing out on a lot, whether it's money, opportunities, anything, you know. I don't think you're gonna get anything you want in life waking up late, you know, so just waking up in the morning, attacking your day, getting it started, you know, I think that's the hardest thing, but once you do it, you know, everything else gonna fall into place, you know, you keep doing it, making it a repetition, you know, now you're waking up early, getting to it, you know, and early bird get the worm, so I truly believe that.
Well spoken, well spoken. Let's see what we got here. What or who inspired you to learn and grow to become a better human or / a better man? Was it your surroundings? Was it your family? Was it? Give me a little background.
I would say to this question, I would give this to my mom and my community. You know, that really made me who I am today. You know, that hard skin. You know, my mom, she was tough. Not tough to where I couldn't handle, but you know, she just wouldn't let me get away with certain things. You know, I always would try to get over with other people, but you try to take it past mom. You know, mom not having it. So, you know, mom made sure I was straight on the right path every time. And my community, I grew up in. It wasn't a rough community where people was just, you know, like dying every day, but it was rough. You know, you'll get you a fight. You know, things was hard, but you know, you end up, like I said, you fall in love with the process, fall in love with the grind, and I fell in love with the community. So like, it's me. Like that's who I am. So how I skin.
Facts. I got like 2 or 3 more questions. Just wanna get your outlook on two separate things. So, what's your definition of happiness? Genuine happiness. What's your definition?
I would say my definition of happiness is being where you want to be in life, being the best version of you. I would say waking up every day, you know, not complaining, or whether you're going to work, just knowing that you're happy, you know, being in love with what you do.
Right.
You know, I would say that's what being happy to me.
Nah, I gotta respect that. Let's see. You living and surviving. You know, it's two separate things. Living, surviving. What's your perspective on living and surviving? I'm gonna break it down a little further.
Living. You know, I would say you're enjoying life. I wouldn't say you having everything your way, but you're not complaining. You know, everything's smooth. Right. You know, if you want to go buy you some food, you can buy you some food. If you want to go out and have fun at the bowling alley, you can go out and have fun at the bowling alley. You know, surviving. You know, of course, I would say just trying to make ends meet every day. You know, living paycheck to paycheck. You know, trying to find how you're gonna get to work, how you're gonna do things like that. So. You know, either way, it's hard both ways. You know, life is what you make it regardless, but, you know, that's the difference between living and surviving. So in this day and age, or, you know, what's going on around us, so you see what's going on, you know, around you and the community, and, you know, the internet, and not to compare yourself to anybody else, how would you describe your living situation or your surviving situation? Do you feel like, you're in a space where you can just create and learn and try to be the best you, or you still in that survival mode? I think I'm still in that survival mode. You know, I'm still grinding, I'm still trying to get it, I'm still chasing my dreams. So yes, I'm definitely still in that survival mode. You know, I ain't get nothing I wanted yet, so, you know, I'm still fighting for it. So definitely, I'm still in that survival mode. And with that survival mode, a lot of things, you know, emotionally come into play. So, do you know what depression is? Yeah. So, do you battle depression? I wouldn't say I battle depression. I mean, I wouldn't really say, because depression comes in all forms, and it comes in many different ways. But I would say, if I do battle depression, I handle it really good. You know, I don't tend to get mad at a lot of things. I don't tend to get down on myself. You know, the worst thing I need is, you know, just to talk to somebody you know, just to hear their side of the story, and whether it's them making me feel better, it's them, you know, letting me know that I could have did something different, or, you know, just a ear, just to talk to and listen, you know.
That's a lot of times that's all we really need is just to either vent or get a little insight on something, make, you know, just to ease that pain just a little bit. And, you know, life is difficult as it is. So what's another cool little question? What's something you wish people better understood about you? Just about you as a man. What do you wish? So like on the outside, they may see you on TV, or they may see you in the stands, or they may see you walking down the street. What is something that you wish people better understood about you?
I'm more than an athlete. I'm a great person. You know, like you said, people see me on TV and, you know, news articles and things like that, and they probably just say, oh, he's a football player, that's all he does. But it's more to that. You know, I got an article out right now that's not all the way true, you know, and it's messing up my character a little bit. It was a DUI situation that had happened my junior year in college. You know, I was riding around in the car, and the headlight was out. You know, the police, they pulled us over, but they didn't find anything. I passed every test that was given to me. You know, nothing came back, but they, you know, gave me a DUI, put my face all over the internet and things like that. And, you know, it hurt me, but it really didn't hurt me. You know, I got a chance to learn from it, you know, become a better person, you know, right my wrongs, and just also learn not to take things for granted. You know, yes, I was at the top of the mountain playing football, you know, for a D1 college, you know, living a dream, but, you know, I also got a chance to see what it's like to get that taken away from me. So, you know, when I ask people to look at me, you know, just look at me more than a football player. You know, I'm still a human being, and, you know, I still have feelings, you know, I'm still, you know, emotional, like we're all the same, actually.
Yeah, and Sid always say this, he's human, so don't base, like you said, any allegations, negative allegations on who he is today. Damn, I'm sorry I didn't even hear that, because people don't understand how devastating stuff like that can be to someone's, you know, even in mental, not even to just say their future, but just mentally hearing stuff like this is it's not good. It's not even, you know, it ain't good. Long story short, it's not good. So I want to dive into this really quick. Do you have any goals? What do you work? Let's wrap it up like this. What are you working on right now, and where do you see yourself? Not even in the next 5 years, the next 2 years. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Right now, I'm working on trying to get a shot in the league, trying to get drafted. I'm getting prepared for my pro day, March 30th. Doing strength and conditioning, running, lifting weights, you know, doing everything I need, eating good, you know, getting right for this special day, March 30th. I'm working to perform, get the numbers I need. You know, in the next 2 years, I see me playing on the team, you know, still on the team after my rookie year. You know, I see myself becoming a household name in the league, and starting to find myself as a man. I also see myself, you know, if I close my eyes right now, I see myself, you know, just talk about it, you know, not surviving no more. I see myself living now, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I see myself in the next 2 years.
That's all right, man. I definitely appreciate you coming just to chat with us, man, just giving us a little backdrop. Of course, we're going to see you in the near future doing the biggest and the best type of things, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to thank you for even giving us the opportunity to chat with you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.